I don't even know like stereotypes about Argentina. Like I can't even.
They're Nazis.
Yeah,
Aren't
that's
all
the
of them
stereotype.
Nazis?
But that's a German thing. That the Germans went there. Like I don't know about local stereotypes.
Well, I can do some math on it. If Germans felt comfortable being there, there's probably some similarities. I used to actually manage an IT team in Argentina. True story.
Wait, you managed them from where?
From America.
Oh, okay.
The greatest country on God's green earth. Back when I worked at that shady PayPal, Allied Wallet, which was our tagline. Shady PayPal. Yeah, dude.
Get out of the sun.
Yeah.
That's where you get burned.
Leo was his name. I don't think he really knew anything about computers or anything.
His name was Leo?
Leo.
Like Lionel Messi. They call him Leo Messi.
I think
The
he
only
was
the only Argentinian I can name.
Oh, and what's his name? Who's the fat one?
No. Diego.
Starts with an M.
Yeah, I'm saying it.
Yeah.
But
Who are you guys talking about? I have no idea.
he's like this. He was the Messi before Messi. He was a fat cokehead soccer player who would like play like high and drunk, and his gut would hang over his shorts.
Is it Maradona?
Maradona.
Yeah.
Diego.
I'm thinking about taking soccer lessons.
Soccer lessons?
I'm teaching soccer lessons, $100 a half hour if you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to.
Yeah. What do you want to learn?
I'm trying to learn how to kick goals and, well, actually more than
Do
anything.
you want to learn how to bend it like Beckham?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it seems a little on the nose for a POC like myself to learn. I consider people who play soccer as POCs.
Yeah.
They're all POCs. It's just a POC sport. Are white people good at soccer? They're good. They're like Germans and shit.
Yes.
I don't know much about.
Germany wins the World Cup often. France wins the World Cup.
Yeah, but
England invented soccer, I'm pretty sure.
If I'm not mistaken, a lot of these guys get by on their. Which one of these headphone jacks are you, by the way? Just so I can turn mine down just a smidge.
Your headphones, you are too.
I'm two. I'm just gonna turn me down just a smidge. Whoever the fuck was here,
Everything goes in order now.
whoever was
1,
using
2,
this headset before me, tell them they need to get their hearing checked. I'm concerned about them. Who was it?
You're telling him right now.
Is it you?
Yeah.
I'm worried about Bryan.
But I already know I have severe hearing loss.
I know,
It's
I have-
actually part of my disability that I'm starting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm proud of you. I went from being concerned to jealous.
What? I'm working on it.
Very quickly. That's good.
Thank
I
you.
like that.
Listen.
I like that in court, the attorney who's got to like prosecute Bryan starts playing like is it Frank Zappa or something
Yeah,
to like try to get you to like pay attention.
Yeah,
He starts
yeah.
playing old rock music. And Bryan can't resist. That's how they bust you.
Oh, it's like in Roger Rabbit when he's doing da da da
Yeah,
da
exactly.
da. And 2 bits. Yeah.
I don't know anything about. I said old rock music. That's I know Frank Zappa because I'm looking at him,
Yeah.
and then that's that.
Yeah, he's not exactly rock.
What is he?
He's his own fucking thing. I would call it classical rock, but don't get me down that road. What are you doing?
There are certain things in life that you ever write things off before you ever heard of them.
It's not for you. You're right.
Yeah, I've written
To write
Frank
that
Zappa
off, yeah.
I've written.
It's
Hot
like when I
Chicken
see
off.
one of those surf, like, you know when you go to like a water park and they have the surf machine?
Yeah.
I immediately am like, that's not for me.
Oh no, you don't want to deal with that. It's just piss.
You would love that, wouldn't you?
I love
Tyler?
the wave pool,
I
dude.
bet he
Yeah.
does.
I went down a wormhole one time on YouTube where I just watched wave pools like that went wrong. So like in foreign countries where they set it to like super gnarly settings.
Tsunami setting.
Yeah, and
You're
people
gonna
are
have-
like dying.
You are gonna have to pull this up. I do want to see people. I do want to. There's nothing I love more than blunders in foreign countries.
Yeah. Why is one of these settings Indonesia?
Yeah. I really love. Listen, in my core, in my heart, I'm a libertarian. But I like when I see YouTube videos where I go, I guess I'm glad there's
Some regulation.
I'm glad there's an FDA. I'm glad we have what is it? The Bureau of Tobacco and Firearms?
ATF.
Yeah, I'm glad we got them in the mix.
The coolest of all. Remember, that's the end of Beavis and Butthead Do America.
Yeah,
They put
yeah.
Beavis and Butthead in charge of alcohol, tobacco, and firearms.
It is a sick ass department. It really does sound.
Yeah, just badasses everywhere. But actually, they're the least cool
Yeah,
because they're regulating only cool shit.
That's true, but you need cool shit. You know, in Palestine, this is a story my father tells me 4 or 5 times a week. You know,
Sit on Papa's lap.
sit in his lap. He talks about Muhammad Abbas's son.
Baba, tell me about Muhammad Abbas's son again. Baba.
I guess he brings in. I guess they got a racket over there. Now listen to this.
A tennis racket or
Well, come on. You know things aren't going that well. Although my father is a table tennis champion, and he'll never let you forget it if you give him a chance. If you give him one chance, that's his sport, dog. I'm thinking about bringing him a table tennis kit just to kind of see if he comes back to life a little bit. But apparently, Muhammad Abbas's son smuggles in fake Marlboros from Israel that were made in Israel, but they say made in America, and they sell for a premium, shekels in the West Bank, and it infuriates my father. Apparently, I don't even know if my dad knows this is to be true. It's a story he's reciting.
Right, dude. I'm thinking about getting in the fake SD card racket. I got caught on a fake SD card scam, and then I went down a YouTube hole and they sell. Like, you know how SanDisk is an SD card, but you can go on eBay and it'll say scan disk, and you don't notice it. It says like 512 gigabytes.
Yeah.
But what it is it's a hacked like 2 gigabyte, 16 gigabyte card, and so your camera reads it as 512, but because it's actually a 16, it fries everything and nothing records, and it's all corrupted. But dude, and all you got to do is they were like, yeah, you just change the silk screen on the artwork or whatever, the printing. And I'm like, I could do that in 2 seconds, dude.
It's not a bad gig.
You might get into the fake SD card market.
I'll do that. Let's get into fake SD cards. You know what else I want to get into is fake vapes. I bought, 2 days ago, I bought a vape, a little puff bar. This is before I went on my quitting of vaping. Actually, this inspired the quitting. And it's kind of a good idea for a product. I bought a puff bar. I think it was fake. I took a hit off of it. And I didn't taste anything, first of all. Strike one. Strike two, I just started feeling immediately ill.
It was just straight nicotine or
Just
something?
Wuhan sauce, dude. It just made me feel so sick right away.
Just heavy metals pouring into your lungs.
Bro, just my head, I got dizzy.
Yeah.
So I went back into the place, and I was like, to the guy, I was like, hey, I took a hit off this, and I feel really sick right now. And the guy's like, sorry, buddy. He walked out of the store. That's our policy. And I went, well, hold on. You remember me, though, right? I was here like 2 minutes ago. And he goes, yeah, I remember you. But how do I know you didn't go to your car, get a different vape? And I went,
how much did it cost? Like $6?
$6.
Yeah.
Well, it's worse because I was going, sir, you don't want me to report you to any agencies, do you? And he went, go right ahead. And he saw me outside. I was outside of the vape shop for 10 minutes going like, where is there a phone number or something here I could like identify? We have to have a bureau of vapes.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Better Business Bureau?
Dude, I don't know, man. But a fake vape business could be pretty good. How about a vape that makes you sick and it actually makes you quit vaping?
Isn't that like they came up with a pill? Like that's a heroin pill they have where you take this, I forget what it's called, but you take this pill if you're addicted to heroin, and if you shoot up heroin, you just vomit.
Yeah, here's the problem with that, though, and I'll tell you why that's a problem, is that you have to bring yourself to want to quit. I say we surprise people who don't know they want to quit. They hit the vape, next thing they know, they're vomiting, but we've cured them of their addiction.
Right. They're like, I don't know what happened. I just started vaping one day, and it just didn't sit with me.
It didn't sit with me. I became ill. And you don't buy it yourself. It's more of a loved one buys it for you kind of thing.
In one night, this weekend, I hit a non-nicotine vape while drinking an NA beer. I can't stop, dude. I can't stop.
Wait, a non-nicotine vape? Are you trying to avoid saying that there was pot in it, or was it just like it just made air?
It's just like smoke. I don't know. Bruce Gray handed it to me, and he goes, "There's no nicotine in that."
That's sad, dude.
Why is Bruce doing that?
He had two. He was working one that wasn't nicotine and one that was.
No way.
Yeah. It's the oral fixation part of things.
I like
suck
it.
a lollipop.
But I was at a country show and I felt I'm not sucking a lollipop at a country show. First of all, okay.
I hear you. Yeah.
Yeah. But the one thing you want to do is you want to hold your beer up during like pedal steel solos and shit. You need to go like when you want to do that.
Yeah.
And you hold up your beer, but so I had to get an NA beer for those moments because.
Can you just I don't like you calling it an NA beer. Something about that makes me just
what else can I call it?
I don't know. Just say non-alcoholic. Because NA.
So long.
NA's like, it's like when somebody says the N-word, you know that Louis bit? It's like, it feels the same way to me, where I go, don't make me say non-alcoholic.
Well, that's what, every abbreviation does that. So what? We're never
Surprise,
gonna
surprise, all stand-up is a lie. It's all fucking a lie. None of the bits make any sense.
Also,
2 seconds of thinking about it.
I never liked the logic of that, because like when somebody says the N-word, I just think N-word in my head now.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I say it
That's
twice.
how far advanced I've gotten.
When I hear it, I say it twice in my head.
Oh, right.
If you say it once, I say it twice.
Like an OCD thing.
Yeah. Yo, this yerba mate strawberry watermelon. What is this? Watermelon strawberry energy drink. Mm-hmm. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Now, of course, I'm enjoying energy drinks with moderation these days. So I'm just kind of tasting it and enjoying it. But
only 160 milligrams, so that's good for you, right?
Yeah, this is kind of like a bedtime energy drink.
yeah, NyQuil.
160 milligrams means that when I go to sleep in my dreams, I'll be energetic.
Yeah.
I'll be awake and alert.
At the gym, doing squats.
I haven't smoked pot for a week now. And
what's that like?
Dude, when I shut my eyes in any instance, I immediately start dreaming. Like if I close my eyes for 2 seconds, the second I close my eyes, it's just
you're just in a war.
I immediately see somebody I went to a junior high school with a boner on their forehead, like vivid, scary dreams.
Yeah.
Then
you're in a magic carpet.
Apparently what happens is your brain does, I mean, I'm sure everybody knows about this, but I don't know if you know the physiology behind it, but your brain produces a thing that makes you dream, and then when you smoke pot, it blocks it. And then when you get off pot, apparently your brain just lets all of the shit out that it was holding out. That's why your dreams get so vivid.
Right. So it goes back to normal eventually once you're done busting that nut in your brain. Once your brain is done coming. Have you been able to sleep?
Oh, nonstop, dude.
Oh.
Yeah, I never used pot for sleep, so it was never an issue for me.
Oh, okay.
I used pot for staying awake, to be honest with you.
Really?
Staying awake was an issue now. It's been an issue.
Right. Okay. So you're severely depressed. I get it.
Before I used to smoke pot, I used to have the worst dreams ever. And what's that thing called where you're sleeping and you can't move, but you're awake?
Sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis. I used to have that for years, and it was
Really?
fucking terrifying.
I would love
Tyler-
to see
No
that.
way, dude.
Tyler just paralyzed in the bed, and I can do whatever I want.
You see stuff. You
No, I'm not going
hallucinate
to
while
do
you
anything
it.
gross.
Tyler, you look like what everybody describes the creature that they see while they still in sleep paralysis, sitting on their chest.
Dude, I would
The little troll or whatever.
Yeah.
All of them are like little gargoyles or whatever.
I saw an ancient depiction of the gout, and the way they drew the gout was like a guy like sticking a pitchfork into your foot because that's the first place that hurts, and the guy looked like Tyler. That was like, it was, I swear to God, it was from like the 1300s.
You do kind of look like a gargoyle, but in a cool way. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
A sick gargoyle, you know?
With like a backwards hat.
Wait, so now that you smoke weed, you don't have sleep paralysis anymore?
I haven't. Ever since I got out of the Navy, I started smoking pot immediately, and I haven't had sleep paralysis.
Here's my question. Is it getting out of the Navy or is it the pot that you think ended the sleep paralysis? Because
I don't want to find out.
Yeah.
I would see, like, the weirdest one was when, like, the person talked to me, like, the hallucination. It was, like, it felt like my head was getting pushed against the headboard, and he was going, Gizar loves his lady. Gizar loves his lady. And I had just started dating my ex-wife.
Yeah.
It was very fucking creepy.
This could be a guy who was just in, whatever, your bunk or something. This might not be sleep paralysis.
Or it could have been an angel foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Oh, like...
Yeah, like you're about to make a huge mistake. You're about to make a huge
you
mistake.
love her?
Yeah.
And you started smoking pot and you started ignoring the angel. How sad.
35 years later, he finally got out of the marriage.
Dude, you know what's fucked up is, like, I saw a witch one time, twice, but...
Talking about your ex-wife? Hello, folks.
A brujeria? Oh, this is a new soundboard.
Oh, that's a new soundboard.
Yeah. Yours is downstairs.
But if you Google sleep paralysis, in all these countries over, like, centuries, they've seen a witch, too. And
Yeah.
I don't have a fear of a witch. I don't know why I saw the witch.
They all see the same shit. It's all, it's a very interesting, disease or whatever. I'm thankful I've never had to deal with it. But
But
also,
it's like all just the brain. It's the same chemicals. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like we all see the same kind of alien because
Yeah.
when we see aliens, they
Yeah.
all happen to look kind of like us. Like we all
yeah.
don't have that good of an imagination.
Right. It's kind of this, yeah. People are like, wow, they're dreaming the same thing in Japan, and it's like, yeah, it's the same chemicals in your fucking brain.
Same chemicals. They're looking at people. You know what I mean? Like it's,
Yeah.
if an alien does exist, what are the chances that it's just a human with a bigger head, like a slimy
I know.
head? It's probably like a one-eyed fucking like
Some color you can't imagine. It's not on the Roy G. Biv spectrum.
exactly.
Like Smurgan.
You just start coming immediately when you see it because of the color is so bizarre. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
You can't process it. It doesn't even go into your
Yeah, but-
retinas.
So the same thing is probably true about witches and whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
What kind of witch did you see? Like,
So I was laying in my bed, and then there was a mirror that I could see in my peripheral, and then she was sitting next to my bed, like cackling with
Yeah.
like super long hair, like over her face.
like a green witch, like a
Yeah. What color
No,
was her
no,
skin?
I remember more like black and like shadowy.
Ooh, a sister. I like it. Yeah. That's good.
I'm just super racist.
sister witch. That's hilarious.
What kind of stuff was she saying to you, Tyler?
Oh, she was just laughing at me.
She was like, look at this fool sleeping. Look at this fool sleeping.
Yeah. Look at those hands. God damn, those are tiny.
Damn, she's in the restroom. God damn, those hands are small. White ass Mexican ass motherfucker with his tiny ass hands. Shit, fool. I was about to put a spell on you,
Yeah,
but it looks
yeah.
like some other bitch was over here putting a spell on those hands.
Senor albino over here.
Dude, I fucking love Tyler. That's a good point. Whenever I see witches, they're never black. That's unfortunate. I'd like
Well,
to
they're
see-
usually green, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's a nice way to go about it.
No, it's no race.
Yeah.
But I get the sense that they used to be white. By their general attitude, you know.
I mean, witchiness is a very white thing.
They don't have very black features when you see them. They tend to be
No.
kind of white features gone wrong.
Yeah, big long noses.
Long nose, could be a little Semitic. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Could be
You
a little or Italian. They often look Italian to me.
Well, same tribe, right? Mediterranean, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what did she say to you? We get to the bottom of this. She said anything to you?
No, she didn't say anything to me. But the thing that freaked me out and why I started looking into it is because I talked to another friend whose best friend saw the witch as well, but she was on his chest and her hair was over his face.
The on the chest thing is the common thing.
That's a common thing,
That's the
yeah.
common one. They're sitting on your chest. Why not on the face? You know what I'm saying? You're almost there, baby.
Demon putting its pussy all over your face.
A guy who's too horny to realize he's in sleep paralysis.
I never want this to end.
Bro, I
Just
started.
sitting there in your mind, you're just licking her pussy. That's the only thing you can move is just your tongue.
Oh, that's the other thing. I haven't looked at pornography either in a week. That's another thing.
You're gonna die.
Well, I'm trying to kill myself. I'm trying to come out of my eyeballs. But so it's gotten to the point where where I'm like, I would love for a witch to to sit on my face.
Are you catcalling it?
Not yet. No.
No. Because my roommate Jackson, he quit the porn too, and he's like,
Look at my hold up, look at my phone. Not only my phone's black and white. Have you noticed it?
Oh,
I'm trying to
yeah,
remove
yeah.
all the pleasure out of my life.
that'll help you.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, because you're not removing pleasures, you're removing vices.
Bro, I'm looking at my phone. Your phone on black and white. I know I sound like just like a white woman who runs a yoga studio now, but when your phone's on black and white, you're literally like, this shit is disgusting. It's sad. Everything looks sad on it.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
why
yeah.
is everyone so sad on Instagram? I'm looking at pictures like, man, it's heartbreaking.
I did that for a minute. I lasted a day, I think.
Because what happens is inevitably you want to show somebody something, and it requires you to turn it into color, and then you go,
Yeah, that moment where you're like,
I'm
my
gonna
phone's
go
in
back
black and
into
white.
it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think it would make everything look like the Criterion Collection, and I would dig it.
It does. Listen, I'm sure you'd get something out of it, Tyler. I'm sure you'd fucking have some. But eventually you're going to want to look at porn, and you don't want to look at it in black and white.
But yeah, so Jackson quit porn, and he's like hyper and aggro. Like he snapped at me last night, and like it's wild what it does. Like it doesn't have that effect
legitimate
on
withdrawal. There's a legitimate withdrawal from it for certain people. I didn't have that kind of a withdrawal from it, but really, you guys ever hear of this Alan Carr guy? He does like all these books, like how to quit smoking, how to quit vaping, how to quit whatever. And he talks a lot about how most of the withdrawal is usually a mental process of kind of like being upset that you want to do something and you can't. And so because you don't experience that, it's because when you quit it, you don't want to do it.
Right.
Jackson still wants to jerk off to porn.
Yeah,
and he's
yeah,
angry that he can't.
Yeah.
And that's why he's snapping.
Right. Yeah, I love it though. I love it. I mean, he needed a little aggression in his life. You
It's
know
good.
what I mean?
It's good. Yeah,
I think it's. I mean, that's one thing. Like, it kind of zaps your ability to like really kind of navigate the way you have to navigate the world, especially in Los Angeles. Like, you need an edge to you.
We talk a lot about bro science. This is one of the most I think.
I'm not
well
saying
back
T
bro
levels
science.
because Jackson says that he stops masturbating to fucking increase his testosterone levels.
Now you know how you sounded a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Remember a few weeks ago when you're like, I'm getting tested.
No, I do, but my low T situation. Oh, by the way, I started taking magnesium because somebody said this hippie in Palm Desert told me that it helps your tinnitus.
I like that you stopped and you realized you're like, I have to cite who it is. It's unfortunately just a guy who's on the run.
He actually is a property owner in Idlewild and is a very he's got money. He owns a farm.
Okay.
A farmer, if you will.
In Idlewild, I've been to Idlewild before. That's a town that, just so you know, elected a dog as mayor.
Yeah.
It's not.
What does that tell you? Rich whites.
It's very rich whites.
Yeah, there's no. I mean, if you find out a town has a dog for a mayor, you know that there's no crime and it's goofy white people running the place.
If your government is executive branch is being occupied by a dog, there's no fighting going on. Like,
although I will say the mayor of East LA is a pit bull, but that's different.
he took that by force. It was a bloody coup.
Yes, he got out of the yard and ran to City Hall and bit every throat all the way up to the top.
In his defense, he did turn his life around. He's a pretty impressive life.
I mean, there's not a pothole around.
Not at all.
And there's a fire hydrant every 2 feet.
A little weird about cats.
I can't believe you laughed at that awful thing I just said.
I like that, man. This show took a fun turn for a minute. What a wacky. What is this, Comedy Bang Bang? What a fun time. That was a fun couple minutes we did. Isn't it fun when you let go and let God?
City council comes in, he just pisses on him, starts humping him, dude. It'd be sick.
Dude, that rules.
Could you imagine talking to the mayor? The mayor's just licking its asshole while you're trying to talk about funding.
Well, I'll tell you what, sometimes I wish Garcetti would do that. Right, folks? At least that would be something rather than just fundraising all day.
Isn't LA like...
I don't even know who the mayor is, to be honest with you, Los Angeles. I'm saying Garcetti.
But
that might be the
everybody's
case
talking
5
about
years ago.
Yeah, everybody's talking about the election, and I'm like, in my mind, elections are in November.
Yeah.
When do we vote for mayor?
So in California, and also this is something that sneaky politicians do. This is something I learned from back in my political days. When somebody wants to slam dunk a race, they usually will rig the election so that it's in a weird time.
So only Republicans vote.
So only whoever's important. Like for example, like in LA, they'll rig it so only Democrats show up. And they don't rig it every year. They just chose to rig it at one point, and then it stayed that way. So guys like you and me are like, wait, we don't go in November? I'm just not going to vote.
Yeah, that's literally my frame of mind. Where I'm like, whoa, you guys are freaky out here.
Yeah.
All right, I vote in November. I need some foliage. I need some dead leaves.
Voting for me is like grocery store shit, where I'm like, I'm getting everybody. I'm voting from president all the way down to city council, or I'm nothing.
I know. I mean, how often? I mean, I'm not even registered to vote because of jury duty reasons.
Best reason why, by the way, I love saying that. Whenever I walk into a grocery store and somebody's like, can you sign this petition? I go, sorry, I'm a registered felon. I can't.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No questions.
Yeah, I'm a pedophile.
Sorry, can't. Touch the little girl. It was really sad. I regret it. Went to jail for a little while. Can't vote anymore.
You know, those fucking clipboard people are the reason why I'm so fat. Because I can't go to a healthy grocery store because they only post up in front of the good grocery stores. Yeah. So I have to go to the fucking tienda, you know, and get a fucking like some steroid infused pork because I can't handle those clipboard people.
Yeah, they go to the office and then it's usually like a black youth and they go, let me tear your shirt a little bit before we send you out to the front of Whole Foods.
Yeah, exactly.
So white people will be more inclined to stop.
Well, and those setup questions, do you have a minute to save the coast of California?
Yeah. And then that's it. I go, thank you for the slam dunk. Absolutely not. It's over.
Yeah, I always say, I say not at all. That's what I say to him now. Do you have a minute to end rape? I just run. Gotta go. I just need milk, man.
Yeah, it's a good point.
I just need some almond milk.
I'm trying to
please.
I'm trying to chill out with some chewy granola. And here you are bringing up climate change and all these other things. And you know what sucks too is you go, you guys are just being paid by the signature. Not that you really, not that it should be anything else, but it does kind of bother you a little bit because they get paid per signature. These guys don't get paid by the dollar, so they're out there just they
It's
don't give a fuck.
commission.
Commission, baby. So I do respect the sales hustle. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's nice to see some salesmanship, you know?
But also, it's hilarious when we went to NASCAR and there was a guy trying to collect signatures to end public funding or something for schools.
It was for school's choice. Do you know what that is, Ramsey?
Oh, is that where you get to send your kid to whatever school with the voucher?
Yeah, the voucher program.
Hell yeah, I'm all about that shit. I just, to be honest with you though, just love vouchers. A voucher rules, dude. A piece of paper that I could take and redeem for something, for goods and or services.
Yeah, like a coupon. You like those too?
I love it. I go, is it like a thing? Like, do I tear it out and hand it to somebody? Because if I don't tear it out and hand it to somebody, I don't want it.
Yeah, remember when you used to get welcome kits? You would get in the mail every year. You would get all the local businesses would send you a book of coupons.
Yeah,
and it's happened until 2016, I remember getting one. I'm like, who's using these?
Our Patreon, I really want to put one together for our Patreon, where it's goods and or services that they have to spend $25,000 worth to redeem. Right. And it's all just goods in our economy. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hire Tyler to be your director film for, here's
or he could change your doorknobs or whatever.
Whatever you want him to do.
Yeah, I can do that now.
You want him to sit on your chest while you sleep? He'll do that shit. There's a 10% off coupon for Tyler to sit on your chest.
Looks like this listener likes his lady.
You want Tyler's hands next to your hands so that your hands look bigger by comparison? No problem. We have a 25% off coupon.
You ever heard of the Black Hand of Death?
No.
The old mafia, back in the day, the way that you would know you were about to get killed by the mob, like in the 1800s, in the early 90s, they would put a black handprint on, they would cover their hand in coal, put it on your door.
Yeah. This is before GPS tracking and stuff like that.
Right. Or fingerprinting.
The amazing leap of technology that we've made.
How funny would it be if Tyler was in that? Nobody ever saw his Black Hand of Death. He's putting his handprint on the door. Nobody notices.
Someone's like, "Oh, this looks like a pigeon must have landed on your door or something."
Yeah.
That's
the mob comes in to kill you. You're like, what are you doing here? You didn't get our Black Hand of Death?
No. Are you sure?
Nobody.
The mob's looking at the door. They're like, I don't see it either. I think we're at the wrong place. I'm so sorry about that. Really, really sorry about that. Gino, I apologize, buddy.
Salvatore.
It's such a huge mix-up. It's so good. Did we pull up, by the way, the
tsunami pools?
I do want to see a tsunami pool.
All of them are they don't have single clips. They have the AI videos. Should I just play one of those?
We prefer the AI video,
Yeah,
honestly.
of course.
Check out how awesome the thumbnails are.
Yeah. It's an AI is reading the story.
Oh my goodness!
I'll click the second.
Will you P&P?
Yeah.
Party and play.
Yeah,
That's what they used to call it on Craigslist. P&P.
What's that mean?
Party and play. It means that you
get high and fuck?
get high.
Yeah.
And it's usually getting high with poppers
Yeah.
or some other drug that I don't quite understand. Some drug that I fundamentally disagree with. Excuse me, to loosen your what? The only way I'll take a popper is if I have kidney stones. I go, listen, if it's loosening my butthole, it's got to do something for my urethra.
Yeah, it's got to relax your
It's got to
urethra
go
too.
generally out that direction.
Yeah, I would be, because I'm always right about the shit, so I'd be worried if I took a popper that I would just shit myself.
I like taking a popper for being constipated. Pop it. Oh, God. I think it's coming out.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you.
Change rustling around.
At all points, my asshole is clenched so tight because I'm right about the shit.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I always hated that because I have hemorrhoids, and I would put a suppository up there to help with it, and every time it just makes you feel like you have to shit for an hour, so I would just be waiting to shit it out and trying as hard as I can to let
suppositories are rough. I used to have to get suppositories. I used to have to. I've had it happen to me once or twice. But when you get it up there, the problem with it is you think you shit.
Yeah.
Because you don't really know the feeling.
I know when I got into the Army, they stick, I don't know what they're looking for, but they put Vaseline on their fingers and stick them up your ass.
Yeah.
MEPS.
Well, I found out I had hemorrhoids in the Navy, and I remember the lady doctor got really mad because every time she put her finger up, I was clenching because I felt awful.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
she's like, "You're squeezing my finger."
She's like, your asshole is growling at me. Do you have teeth in your asshole, sir?
It turned out I had an enlarged prostate, and I remember she asked me when was the last time I ejaculated, and I thought she meant sex, so I was like, oh, it's been a while. Like an idiot.
If somebody told me my prostate was enlarged, I'd be like, that's pretty cool. Like, probably the biggest you've ever seen, or what?
I'm just thinking, like, I hate to be such an old school dude, but like that whole story, I was like, I'd rather just get cancer and die
Then have some.
than have these conversations with people. It's like, leave me alone. Is it fine or not?
Did you feel pleasure though when she was rubbing your prostate?
No. It was awful. It was all wet finger. It's like all slimy.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
they
great.
put
You don't want a
Vaseline.
dry finger in there.
Yeah, but then the Vaseline stays in there, and you just feel like you're
Yeah.
shitting yourself
Yeah.
all day.
Well, that's why you eat kitty.
Litter?
You eat kitty litter to soak it up. That's till you shit out some kitty litter. and then-
Jesus Christ.
Fine, sawdust, whatever. You don't be particular about it. Kitty litter is just cheaper to find.
Dude, I just get so much more and more uptight as I get older. I stayed in a hotel this weekend. Okay. The bathroom was in the middle of the hotel room. Okay. And there was no wall. It was a window with a sheer translucent curtain. So there was the bed, a translucent curtain that if you just open that, you see into the shower and you see the toilet.
Oh, this is a weird. What hotel was this?
The Padre in Bakersfield.
Oh God, this is a terrible hotel.
Apparently, it's
man.
like the fanciest hotel in Bakersfield.
Really? Was it?
It was a nice hotel. It was a nice hotel.
So why would that be part of a nice hotel?
I don't know. I told Bruce I didn't shit there.
Yeah.
I didn't. I shat at a gas station. I'm
know.
staying at what quote unquote the nicest hotel in Bakersfield. I didn't shower. I shit in a gas station. And like I'm there with my girlfriend, and she's like, and I was like, I'm not shitting here, and she's like, I'll leave you alone. I was like, no, you won't. And she's like, you're right. I don't trust myself either.
That's why. I mean, I thought. Don't they have a bathroom in the lobby? That's usually my move. My move is if I am staying with I was just in San Diego with my buddy Asif, and I'm like, I got to shit. I'm not going to destroy the bathroom. I'm featuring. I'm not going to destroy the bathroom as a feature. It's a rough move.
More on that in a second, but
But I go to the lobby, destroy that bathroom, head back up. Was there no lobby bathroom?
the downstairs, the restaurant and the bar are very popular, so it was just really busy.
Yeah, but
also
they're strangers you don't know.
The reason why I should go back is I would have shit in the lobby, but I went into fight or flight mode. I went into traveler mode. Like
so
when I
your
saw that
shit went-
bathroom, shit closed, impacted. No, we're not fucking shitting.
Yeah.
And so it took all of a sudden, 12 hours later, I'm driving down the 5 in the Grapevine, and all of a sudden it was like, we knew we were out of range of that bathroom.
Yeah.
Me and my asshole.
Sure,
the asshole
sure.
relaxed, and so I had to go into a fucking Arco.
I feel like that's going away from me, the fight or flight when you have to shit. Because lately, there's been a couple times in the last few weeks where I've had to shit right before I got on stage.
Oh, I always have to shit right before I have to go on stage.
But my brain, I'm going, oh, fight or flight's about to kick in. And then I get on stage and I go, I might have shit myself. I've been eating a lot of protein bars, a lot of whey protein, and it's creating a ruckus down there.
Last time I did a comedy club in San Diego, I immediately walked in there and blew it up, and I was not headlining. I just destroyed it.
Green room bathroom?
American Comedy Club green room bathroom.
That's a nice bathroom.
Yeah. So, but also it's right. I mean, the door opens and it's just wafting right into the fucking green room. But I destroyed it.
That green room has the most annoying. That green room bathroom has a fucking hand for a knob.
I don't like novelty doorknobs.
I hate when a doorknob is like fucking artsy. It's
Yes.
like this is taking away from the function of what this is.
Yeah, there's a bar I went to in Massachusetts where it's like an old sea steering wheel, like a ship steering wheel. That's how you get into the bathroom. You got to go. It's like pull it.
Yeah, I have
Fuck,
to shit, dude.
We
Okay.
figured out doorknobs. Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit there and try to fucking do the combo on this. one.
Yeah. I've already taken my popper. My asshole's tightening up.
How retarded am I that I need a steering wheel? Like what's going on here? Like, give me a cap with a fucking propeller on it at this point. If you're gonna make me pretend to steer a captain's ship. Lord.
Yeah, I hate the freaking. Yeah, that one's just a hand. All I think with that hand is I'm like, that is impossible to clean.
Yeah.
All those wrinkles and crevices, you know what I mean?
It's not clean.
And like the dirtiest people I know are comedians. It's just like you're in a comedy club. Make the doorknob something you can make it just a bottle of hand sanitizer. Make that the handle.
Yeah, I agree. Not a better comedy club, probably the. Excuse me. Whoa, that was adorable. What a cute episode we've had today. We had a funny city council riff. I sneezed in a cute way.
Yeah, I made a doggy fire hydrant joke.
This is the cutest episode of the show.
Me making a dog fire hydrant joke is gonna haunt me tonight. I'm gonna wait. Like, you ever say something embarrassing and then you just shout out when you remember it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens to me more and more now, where I remember something I said on stage the other night and I just go, "Good Lord!" And it was like 2 days later.
I'll do that at the gym. Sometimes I'll be at the gym and I'll just be by myself and I'll just go, "How could you say that?"
Yeah.
I'll go, "You're the dumbest fucking idiot on the." Like, I'll just start talking to myself.
I know.
But you know, you gotta let it go.
Dude, I was such a dud the other night. I was out in a social situation. You ever been like kind of catching yourself? You're like, I've been talking a lot and it has been boring.
Yeah.
And you're just like, you see it in people's eyes, people I like, you know, their eyes are drifting. And I'm like, stop, you're so fucking boring. And it just, I've been revisiting these conversations I had with people and it's just been making me shout out loud all
Yeah,
day.
we gotta go. You and I gotta go. We gotta ditch podcaster mode and we gotta go Ryan Gosling moving forward in Drive, of course.
I don't know, I haven't seen it.
You never saw Drive?
No.
I thought you would have totally. That's one of the 5 movies I've seen. Tyler, of course, knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I bought the soundtrack.
Oh, the soundtrack fucking kicks ass.
It's an old enough movie where you would buy a soundtrack?
Yeah,
yeah.
like
Or
2000.
do you still buy soundtracks?
I
Tyler
stopped
does.
recently.
What's the best soundtrack, Tyler, from a movie? And, I mean, listen, I know you probably have many thoughts on this, but what's your
My
like?
favorite one right now is I listen to the Jackie Brown soundtrack a lot.
Is that what's Jackie Brown's like?
Quentin
Peanuts?
Tarantino.
Or, oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, yeah. Jackie Brown.
That's
yeah.
Charlie Brown.
That's
You were thinking-
I really thought there's some gritty reboot of Peanuts.
It's called Penis.
All right, we got to see these Indonesians drown. Let's show me the. Oh my God! Immediately, this looks like Hajj. This is wild,
Yeah, so
All right, here we go.
dude.
who's enjoying that?
This looks.
Most dangerous wave pools.
All right, so we're looking at probably what this is. Also, is this Indonesia?
In our efforts to catch the joy
Oh, they're
that
gonna
comes
break it
from
down.
playing with nature,
Hello.
this has been a really weird
Oh, yeah.
and wonderful thing.
I just saw a chick
One such
surf
thing
by with a
is the
G-string.
wave pool. If you have ever felt the thrill of catching a wave, then you'll understand why man-made wave pools have existed since the late 19th century.
We get
But
it.
as fun and
You see
beautiful
how much blurred out
as
boobies there were in that one?
Yeah. Now I know why Tyler's a fan. I forgot about this element of wave
surf
pools.
for our own fun is not without its dangers.
Hey, pause real quick. The problem with that, though, Tyler, is inevitably there are children in that pool. So inevitably you're going to see something that is not sexual, but it'll still make you uncomfortable.
Right.
You
Well,
know what
I
I
think,
mean?
yeah, over there, they've got a whole different thing going on. So it's like you're from a different culture.
Sure,
Yeah. So,
sure.
like, you don't belong, you and I don't belong there.
So we kind of don't count almost? Is
Yeah,
that what you're
yeah,
saying?
yes.
Okay, I'll take that.
I also.
It would make me feel uncomfortable, though.
That's
and
what
I
I'm
couldn't
saying.
enjoy myself.
I guess what I'm saying is we don't belong there because we're not from that culture. So it's different. It would be like taking, like, what are the Wahhabyists?
Yeah.
Like taking them to, like, Jumbo's clown room.
I see.
You know, where it's like they're going to have horrible feelings on the inside because it's not their culture. So us going where naked moms are just hanging out with their kids and shit, where it's not our culture.
They'd be probably, I would think a Wahhabist at Jumbo's Clown Room, which is a burlesque dance room here in Los Angeles. They'd be furious with this. Like, why isn't this bitch taking off her top? Like, what? We've been watching her dance to Cherry Pie for 25 minutes here, and nothing is happening. That would be the most, I think, offensive part to the Wahhabists. Burlesque is the most offensive thing American culture has ever created.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. Why do they always mash it with comedy? Because they are the two lowest forms of art.
It truly, yeah.
Comedy and burlesque are the most outdated, unnecessary forms of entertainment ever made.
Especially, yeah, you're right. In these days where it's like, if I want to laugh, I'll just fucking pull up a TikTok. Like, what do I gotta listen to you for, bitch?
I gotta
Like,
get 2 drinks and find a babysitter and go to this place that smells bad and watch. And you're gonna try to make me laugh for an hour?
yeah, I'm gonna watch somebody. Look, a headliner is one thing, but Brian and I are talking about these sort of showcase type shows where you don't know anybody who's on the show.
Yeah.
It's one thing to go see Bill Burr for an hour.
Yeah,
It's another thing when it's like, hey, we just got 2 tickets to comedy junk. It's the show every week where 7 guys we've never heard of do a spot or whatever.
Yeah.
And you're just going, I saw all of these jokes on TikTok. Each of these jokes that I heard today, I saw on TikTok.
Yeah.
Better executed.
Yeah, there's porn that takes the place of burlesque, and there's TikTok that took the place of comedy.
Yeah. And if you do something super impressive when you're doing the burlesque thing, it's like it's never that impressive. It's like if I want to be impressed, I'll fucking flip through a Guinness Book of World Records. I'll go to a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum, bitch. I don't need to see you do a fucking upside down. What do they call it when they're on the pole and they're kind of
pole dancing.
I guess pole dancing is the word.
Last time I went to Jumbo's Clown Room, I was with Bruce, and I'm like, this girl walked down, I'm like, oh, she's the best, watch her.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't impressed. He's like, you just like her because she has a fat ass. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
But fat asses are plenty online. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
and better asses.
But in real life, dude, IRL,
yeah, but not seeing IRL. Now you're doing some there's some smelling going on. Now you're smelling the smells of her fat ass.
you keep naming better things.
You really haven't been beaten off, dude. Are you
dude.
sniffing asses?
I'm not kidding. I may or may not have sniffed a picture on my phone recently. I may or may not have sniffed a picture on my phone.
This is gonna end badly.
It could. Yeah,
This is gonna end very badly.
This could end in a community college shooting. I may or may not have zoomed in on a picture and sniffed it hard.
What's gonna happen is you're gonna black out, and you're just gonna start jerking off like somewhere like on Hollywood Boulevard.
Wait, you're no fap?
It's not that I'm no fap. It's that I can't fap at the moment. It's a little challenging to do.
Without the
yeah. It's like I would have to rely on the
Without the
Spank
porn.
Bank, and unfortunately, like all banks, I'm in debt to the Spank Bank. I withdrew all my money. I owe them thousands of memories.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this, but I don't like the Spank Bank because it's like I know for a fact my grandmother is not going to pop into a video on Pornhub. But
There's
in the
a
Spank
chance
Bank,
that
she could pop in at any second.
because the brain is so fragile and everything is so next to each other. I don't know. Eventually, scientists will figure it out. Like the Spank Bank is right next to your memory cortex or whatever.
Is there a way to increase security on the Spank Bank? Because there's been a lot of infiltrators, and it makes me uncomfortable. And it's like right when you're about to go, you bust a nut. It's like, my mom.
That sounds like a good On It product.
Spank Bank security.
Yeah.
Once Elon takes care of Twitter, maybe moves on to some kind of a hard drive that gets all your sexual memories. You put it on there, you plug it into
You
your
can just
brain.
watch them.
Well, you maybe you hook it up from USB-C to USB-C right there, and once you're plugged in, it's good to go. Like a hard drive, once you unplug it, no can do. You know?
Right? Yeah.
I would do that with actually my grandmother. I put that one on the hard drive and keep the Spank Bank where
So you can recall that anytime.
Anytime.
But you get to control when your grandmother pops in.
Yeah, exactly. When I want to reminisce, I want it to be more of a deliberate move. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Right. Wait, can we watch this wave though? Because now let me ask you this. I guess Palestine's not that crowded, is it? It's not.
It's wildly undercrowded.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. They're working on crowding it up. It's the only country on the planet where we get less people every year and more crowded somehow. It's just the game of pushing that fence together.
Right. But I guess I don't know. We're equally as traveled almost in that sense. So neither of us really have a perspective on this. But when you're from we watched a video of, everybody is in, what do you call those donut things or floaties?
I think donut, isn't that what they're called?
Like a floaty, yeah.
Yeah, a donut shaped floaty. Every single person in this giant pool was touching floaty to floaty.
Yeah.
And we would go. So now people who are from really crowded areas, do they just grow up with no expectation of personal space? Does that not affect them whatsoever?
My buddy who I opened for Asif, he goes to India regularly. He tells me when you pop off a plane in India, it is immediate and it is hard. A dude is just right here, forehead to forehead,
And it
immediately.
just doesn't matter. Then it's not registered as.
They think it's weird if you react to it. Is how he explains it to me. And it's just and what he tells me is that you go, and this is why I really want to go to these places, India, China. every intersection you've ever seen is the busiest intersection you've ever seen, and there's no traffic lights, and everybody's just fucking going, and there's no the personal space is truly
panic.
an American privilege.
Yeah, I would absolutely, or an undercrowded country.
It's a privilege to be undercrowded. I mean, the poorer you are, the more you fuck because there's less to do, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not. I should have 40 kids with how poor I am right now.
Yeah, you have the poverty level of somebody who has.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you're extra miserable.
Yeah.
You're poor and you don't have 40 kids.
No, I'm poor with a rich kid's attitude. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like you think that you shouldn't. You think that you deserve to have no kids.
Right. I think I deserve to have no kids, and I think that I'm a little too lazy to work, even though I have nothing coming. Like I live my life like there's an inheritance coming.
Same.
And there is no fucking inheritance coming, and it's
Far from it.
It's gonna catch up hard.
There's a sickle.
Yeah,
It's quite the opposite. Not only is there not an inheritance, but a swift kick to your face is on its way.
Yeah.
And you're going, I'll figure it out.
right.
I was thinking about it recently. I go, man, I'm anxious about a lot of things. Rarely ever am I anxious about my savings. I've never once had one anxious thought about my savings.
Oh, I do all the time, but
I never do.
dude, I'm like a fainting goat when I look at my bank account. As soon as I look at my bank account, I go, I need a nap.
I just don't look at it.
I pass out.
I look all the fucking time, man. It never makes me feel anything.
I furiously called a hotel today because I used my card to put down the deposit, but then we used my girlfriend's card to pay. But it was still on my card going off. So because we switched cards at the end, and I called and I was like, "This is a $222 transaction on my thing." And the guy goes,
Sir,
does it say processing?
Yeah, it's
And
authorized.
It says processing. He goes, yeah, it's Monday. We were closed yesterday.
It takes
The
24
banks were
hours.
closed. Yeah.
Yeah, you know you're poor when you're disputing process, when you're
I know.
authorizations.
And then I'm like, well, your bathrooms are still fucked up. No, I didn't say that, but I should have.
he
dude.
gets 43 of those calls a day. It's a hotel in Bakersfield. He gets them all day long.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did I tell you, Ramsey, I bought a new car?
Did you? What kind of car did you get?
Me and my girl got a Volkswagen Taos.
Is your divorce finalized?
No.
I mean, it's I would say it's close. Once you have a car with a new lady, it's pretty close. Tyler goes from signing one paper to another set of papers. What's a Taos? Is that
So it's like a mini SUV.
Is it hybrid?
No, we tried to get a hybrid. So we got screwed multiple times. You try to get a hybrid, you go and the MSRP will be like 31,000, but the car costs it's like 44,000.
Yeah, that's how, dude. I bought a car that was from a dealership that was like 13, sticker price. It was like a cheap car, or whatever. But when all was said and done, it's like 22 grand.
Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ,
Dude, we drove an hour to get a hybrid car that was a used car listed at 27,000. We get there, we sit down, we're like, we can afford this, we're gonna buy this. And then he's like, by the way, we installed $4,500 worth of upgrades to it that you can't take out.
When did they do?
And it wasn't listed.
Without. Oh, wow.
And they said that's how they do business. They do it to all their cars.
I love that shit, dude. We should do that with our Patreon.
I know.
We should be like, it's fine, but then we up the price and we go, just so you guys know, while you guys were sleeping, we upgraded a bunch of stuff around here.
There's this operation. It's not your average Patreon. We did some, using cookies. We kind of
Yeah, we did
some
a lot of
revitalizing functionalities.
Yeah. We
And-
streamlined a lot of processes.
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
there were some bugs. We got that.
We
resolved.
debugged it. The new
Debugged
update.
it. We debugged it. Yeah, I like that one. I like that.
Yeah.
We debugged it. We worked on some Java script situations.
Do people still use JavaScript? That's still the thing.
Well, I'm a purist, so
Well, it's actually the most secure. So the only way you know that your information isn't being sold is if you join our Patreon.
Yeah.
And you get those security benefits.
I mean that's why we as a podcast accept Bitcoin and only classic Ethereum. We don't accept the new kind.
Right.
We're kind of sticklers for that kind of stuff.
Well, I look at our Patreon as kind of like a club. Like, yeah, sure. There's, the $5 gets you through the door.
Yeah,
It doesn't get you a drink.
Come on.
It doesn't get you a,
If you go to a club and you pay $5 to get in and it gets you a drink, well, you're about to get raped.
Yeah.
there's a roofie in there. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's a problem. Yeah, it's like Facebook is free, but guess what? You're the fucking product. You're not the product in our podcast.
Not at all.
and that's why it costs so much.
You
to
are
be
a
there.
load-bearing constituent. That's what I call you.
Yes, yeah, dude, that's great. I love. Brian and I really devised a marketing strategy for our Patreon. Oftentimes, only on the air. Off the air, zero conversation. On the air.
Because I don't like to talk money unless I'm making money while I'm talking money.
And by the way, I do want to shout out our Patreon's getting some ticks up here. It's not. I'm quite happy with where we're at. We're getting close to 100. I want to hit 100 by July. If we hit 100 by July, we have a surprise for you guys, and that surprise is that Brian and I won't kill ourselves. We are so close to 100. It's happening. Help us hit that fucking level. Go to our Patreon today. Patreon.com/WHW. Tyler, what are you signaling here?
Computer's gonna die.
Ooh,
I got it.
Scary. We'll be right back. When I when I take a piss, I never wash my hands. Piss is sterile. Worst thing that I have ever. Worst.
That can't be true.
Tow truck driver fact.
That can't be
We're
true.
recording. We're rolling.
And we're back. Thank you guys so much for that. A little technical difficulties there. The laptop was about to die. We were discussing Brian had to take a quick piss. Is piss sterile? What do you guys think?
Tow truck driver fact.
I think it's disgusting. You
It's-
have to wash your hands.
I'll piss directly on my hands and eat wings right after.
I will do that too, but that doesn't mean it's sterile.
It's 100% sterile. Look it up.
I used to eat at a. Wait, what do you think is gross? You mean you think it's full of germs?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
100%.
It's got to be filled with
Zero germs.
For you, you're pumping out like fucking taurine and like.
Yeah, these are disinfectant properties. These have disinfectant properties by their very nature. Is piss sterile? First, what's the first result say?
Despite the rumors, urine is not a sterile substance. It naturally contains bacteria that renders it a non-sterile substance.
What is the source? It better be some kind of a pee-related website.
Healthline.com.
Nah, I don't trust Healthline. Healthline is fucking run by Jeff Bezos.
Pissfreak.com. Yeah, Healthline was bought by Jeff Bezos recently.
Without a doubt. All you got to do to discredit anything is go, Jeff Bezos actually owns that. People go, oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I had no idea. All right. Should we finally get to this tide pool? Because I felt like we were about to see some kids drown.
I know. I really want to see it. And I also, I just can't imagine, I felt like LA was the first city where, when I waited in line in grocery stores, people didn't have any expectations of personal space. Like, when people are just, right in front of you and
I saw that at a Chinese supermarket that I go to. They just, I left a normal space in front of me, and some old lady just got right in front of me. And I'm like, excuse me. And she's like,
Did she get out of your way?
She got out of the way, yeah, but she got right behind me.
It's only because
right behind me.
It's the only place where Tyler towers over everybody.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, he walks in like a big shot. Did you start twerking on her when she got right behind you?
Oh yeah.
Although I'm talking trash, that's like a kind of a jokey stereotype. I go to the gym with a lot of Chinese dudes. Chinese dudes, I don't know what happened to them. They're huge now. They're super buff and hot. Like, you ever see these guys on TikTok?
Oh yeah. No,
What happened?
I've seen a lot.
I guess there's just more than. I guess there's just a billion of them. But
yeah. There's going to be a variance of, it's like it covers a whole continent.
Yeah, and Genghis Khan and all that kind of stuff. There's got to be some remnants of them in those people.
I think it depends on genetics, depending on where you're from. If from mountains, you're going to be shorter.
I mean, that's what they say about the reason why you see a lot of black dudes who are very athletic is because they say the continent of Africa has a lot of genetic variation. So for every LeBron James, there's a Precious, and that's like sort of the.
Who is saying this?
I've never seen a Precious in Africa.
Well, I mean, African Americans. I mean,
Beyond that, it's like those racial scientists.
Yeah.
It's like who's saying this shit?
unfortunately, racial science is like one of these things where it's like there has to be something to something.
I maybe.
But everybody's like, I don't really want to be anywhere near that. And the guys who do want to be near it, you're like, I don't want you to be anywhere near that. There's got to be something.
Yeah, we were talking off mic about how they used to classify all the races. There was 4, right? This was way back in the day. It was Mongoloid, Negroid, Caucasoid, and Australoid.
Where would I be?
You would be a Mongoloid.
Would I?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You'd be Mongoloid.
I would love. Are you sure? Look at my hair. You don't think it's pretty coarse? Pretty.
Well, that's the problem. There's no logic behind what this guy was saying. It's this guy named Meyer, and I looked up the map, and the map that he made, it was in full German. And I was like, oh.
Strike one. Yeah, already.
This all adds up. It was from the 1800s.
It was also a flat Earth map.
Listen, man, it's a touchy subject. I understand.
Touchy is one way of putting it. We're horribly ignorant and racist.
Look. You think everyone's equal? You think everyone is equal?
No, but not on a race basis.
All right. That's your theory. I happen to think African Americans are the smartest.
Sure.
I have to cut this part out. Okay. Let's take a look at these tide pools. Forget all the racial stuff you heard earlier, folks. That was a character.
As long as one of us is doing the right thing.
This wave pool has waves of up to 2.4 meters high.
Damn, that's a big ass wave pool, bro.
Enjoy the thrill of the large waves and the suspense of not knowing when the waves will hit.
This looks like in a part of the world where they get a lot of tsunamis.
Yeah, I know. This looks like a training facility more than it is a recreational facility.
Oh, look at this angle.
Yeah.
This is a college. This is a high school class.
Yeah.
Oh my
Dreams are a mix of fear and excitement.
It looks like they're in somewhere tropical, doesn't it?
Yeah. This is literally like if you were in America and you had like a theme park where it was like, this is some sort of a school shooter simulator.
Yeah.
You're like,
But it's like this.
but it's for fun.
Yeah. But you have to pay.
I guess that's paintballing.
You do have to pay to get in.
Yeah.
It's like fun, but
Beyond water amusement park. These people may not have seen the fun side of being in a wave pool at this amuement park in China.
Who
on
made this
July
video?
29th,
Yeah.
2019.
All I know is this chick sounds so hot.
Look at that.
Dude, that's so sick.
How do you not die?
It looks like a crowd doing the wave.
I'm having a panic attack.
Oh, I would have so much fun in that.
For anyone who hates to be squeezed into tight spaces.
Dude.
Listen to the force of the
Okay, let's
huge
hear it.
wave as it hits hard and fast, crashing into the crowd.
hear
Rather
it.
than gently lifting them up as it should, it punches through them, folds over the top, and seems to eat
Look how
them
skinny
up.
this one is.
She's explaining a wave.
Yeah.
She acts like this wave is being mean, but it's just doing what a wave does.
Well, YouTube videos, it's got to hit a certain length of time.
Oh, dang, all those people got thrown out.
Yeah.
Problem. Combined with the fact
I
that the
love
water
this.
can very
God,
be seen at times.
I get like I'm getting a panic attack every time I see these people squished into the wave
I'm
pool.
gonna make that your wallpaper.
I
Someone
can't
get carried
handle
out.
it.
Look, this literally looks like a terrorist attack.
44 swimmers injured by giant wave at Chinese
Oh, I
water
would
park.
love to go.
Oh, look, it's got the Ice
Suffered
Age
fractures
mammoth
or
from the
ribs.
cartoon.
Luckily, there were no deaths on this.
Jesus Christ! The woman just said death, and she showed a toe tag on a foot coming out of a sheet.
I'm telling dude, this,
Oh, whales coming out.
Oh, good Lord!
that's like the quadriplegic maker right there.
Wave pool accidents can
Oh, this is a
and
very
have
famous
happened
amusement
all
park
over the
that a
world.
lot of people have died in
The
different
infamous
ways.
Action Park in New Jersey,
What's it called?
USA.
Oh,
She
just
set
heard
this
of
New
this.
Jersey one up saying they can happen anywhere, as if not just China.
Wave pool opened 2 years later in 1980. On its first day of operation,
I bet that was a mob run
over
park,
100 swimmers
1980
had to
New
be
Jersey.
pulled out of the pool because of its overly aggressive water.
I've heard of this park before. Didn't the
Despite
Jackass
this,
guys do a documentary on this park?
They did like a
1982
parody
and
movie of it
1987,
Okay.
It had taken the lives of 3 young people.
on its first day.
It wasn't until it was closed for good.
What a shitty way to
One
die.
major issue was the employment of underage lifeguards at the park.
Dying in a bathing suit, I would.
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah.
You better feed me to a shark immediately.
Yeah. If you die in a, by the way, if you die in a bathing suit and drenched in chlorine water,
I know. Ugh.
it's one thing to be at the beach and a shark attacks.
That's fine.
That's
nobody.
fine.
You don't have to like get. Nobody has to see you in your bathing suit as they drag you away.
You knew it was possible when you got out there.
Pools are well looked after, and there are safety rules to make sure guests are safe. But some wave pools occur naturally, and those
Not a
who
wave
are brave
pool.
enough to go for a swim in one.
That's a tide pool.
look out
All right. Let's end this video. They're getting fast and loose with tide pools, with wave pools here.
Yeah.
We wanted man-made ones, dude. You guys know I'm going to China this year?
Is that real now?
Yeah, it's happening. I'm going to China this year, and I think I'm going to try to go to a Chinese water park.
You might as well.
Sounds fucking
Are you
awesome.
gonna? Do you swim?
No.
Dude, I can never imagine you swimming.
Yeah, do you know how to swim?
No, I'll figure it out. I sort of have the instincts of a dog.
So you're just gonna smoke at the water park and just watch it like a creep?
I'm gonna go there in full jeans. I'm gonna go there completely dressed, just hanging out. I'm gonna go there in a camo hat. I'm gonna be as American.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dress stereotypically American there while I'm there.
Just pistol on the side.
Oh yeah.
So where are you going? You going to Wuhan?
I think I'm going to. Well, I'm going to try to go to Wuhan, but unfortunately, the way China works is they have a weird visa system where you can only be there for I think 4 days or something like that within certain regions. So it's I think it's Beijing and Hong Kong and Shanghai are in one region, and you can be there for 3 days. And then there's another 3 you can be there for 3. It's a weird visa system, but I think I'm going to go to the Shanghai Hong Kong one
For just 3 days?
I think. Well, I'm going to go to that
You
one,
don't
and then I'm
even
going to go
adjust to the time zone. but-
Yeah, they have the setup a way for you to do it. There's tourist companies they'll set you up, but yeah, I'm definitely going to go this summer, or not this summer, but this year.
Nice.
I'm gonna actually work on getting my citizenship over there. I'm taking.
Is that hard?
I'm taking the Chinese citizenship test. Yeah,
That can't be that hard, right?
super easy. It's just whatever Xi Jinping says is awesome.
Yeah. That rules. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, who's
America-
the best country? China.
Yeah.
Who's the
All right.
worst country? Any other country?
America specifically, though.
You don't think any other country? You got to be really bold, right?
I think you should go bold, and I
It's either
think
China or nothing.
you go. America's the best. Oh, I'm sorry, China's the
Oof.
best.
Failing.
I don't know. Excuse me. Freudian slip is what I'd say. And they go, oh, even worse. They're writing down really vigorously. No, I think you go. Korea sucks. You go. Japan sucks. You go. America sucks. And Africa sucks. And Europe sucks.
And on the subject of Russia, I abstain.
And Russia, you abstain. Yeah. So I'm hopefully going to be this time next year. Wuhan,
India.
citizen.
They probably hate India the most right now, right? There's fire. They exchange fire weekly.
Yeah, but I don't. You know what, bro? I think they have no feelings towards it. I
That's
think
where you go when they move that Foxconn operation to India.
Yeah.
That's when I renounce my American citizenship. That's what you say to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Maybe dude, you're ready to go, man.
Oh yeah,
you want to roll with?
Oh, I'm a worm. I'm a chameleon.
We should move this podcast straight to China.
I would love it.
I mean, we've already talked about it.
What's rent like there?
Oh, it's so affordable. I mean, you can get a 3-bedroom place for 400 won a month. What is 400 won a month? Actually, Tyler, can you really look up? I really do kind of want to know what rent in China looks like.
Yeah, do they have a Zillow?
Yeah.
Godzilla. I'm sorry.
I'll take it. No, that was good. No. We're not going to apologize for good. Godzilla is pretty good. That's going to be the name of the episode, unfortunately.
Godzilla.
I really don't want it to be. I have a lot of important things happening soon. But Godzilla is so good. They gotta have some kind of website.
Wow. Okay, so this says expect to pay 2,500 to 3,500 won a month.
Yeah.
So when I googled how much 2,500 won is, it's
Yeah.
$380
My man.
For what?
for a shared apartment in Beijing or Shanghai.
Oh.
$300 for a shared apartment?
Yeah.
So it's like you live in a shared apartment right now.
Yeah, I know. I live in a shared house.
You should live in a shared house. So it's like, okay, fine. $600. Get your own fucking place, bitch.
Yeah, that's great.
Beijing.
Yeah.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah. That's where all the money's at. Not like Los Angeles where there's no money.
I'm not talking about real money, bro. I'm not talking about this
Talking about
fucking
wine.
weak ass shit. I'm talking about the future of money.
Right.
My buddy who lives in my Taiwanese buddy who wants to come on our show told me that similar thing in Taiwan as well. $200-$300 get you an apartment.
I've heard the 7-Eleven is gourmet in Taiwan.
Yeah,
Really
Taiwan's
good food there.
a nice place, I hear.
I
Pretty
would
good people.
I would argue 7-Eleven food here is pretty good.
I agree. The pizza's
I
not
know
bad.
you guys agree.
Yeah.
You guys use the app, right? You guys are like
yeah.
hardcore 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I have points and what have you. But
just
I
got a free
donate them to
Monster.
I donate them to charity.
That's nice of you.
It's a charity that I hate. I'm trying to poison them. I donated to Wounded Warriors.
Yeah.
I'm trying to finish the job. All right, you know what? We've been recording long enough. This has been a fantastic show. We're going to roll over to our Patreon. We're going to talk about a lot of good stuff there. Elon bought Twitter. Fucking Amazon's got a new headquarters. Blah, blah, blah. We'll keep the party going there. Join our Patreon if you want to catch more show. Literally 100% more show. 100% more show. It's unfucking
It's
believable.
unreal. And also, we have an outline for the Patreon. If you guys are into...
that's a good point. We can let them know kind of a little behind the scene peek of what the prep looks like. And I like where your head's at. Follow the show on all platforms. By the way, we are growing everywhere. Our YouTube subscribers are growing. Our Patreon is growing. This fucking ship is moving. Slow, but it's moving.
It sure is moving. It's kind of like when that ship got stuck in the Suez Canal and
Yeah.
it took about 3 months to get out of being stuck.
Exactly. But once they Vaselined up the sides,
Yeah.
they
Whatever they did.
They got a couple of Egyptians to push. Whatever they had to do. That bad boy moved.
What? How do you say 1, 2, 3 in Arabic?
What? Tanan! Talati!
They start pushing it out.
The little Egyptian hieroglyphic guys kind of look like they're.
They do kind of look like they're pushing a
boat.
boat. You're right about that. Yeah.
Dude, they made them so buff.
The
The hieroglyphic drawings.
well, they were buff though. I mean, they weren't eating.
They weren't. You have no proof that they were that buff.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right about that. Okay, this is going to sound really racist. I'll hold it for the Patreon. It's not racist because it's amongst my own people and it's about my own people. So, but I'm going to hold it to the Patreon because it's, we're in Africa, so it gets a little rough.
Okay, well, let's switch over.
Join the Patreon. Go to our show notes for all of our links, blah, 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 blah. Brian, do you have anything to plug before we get out of here?
No.
All right. Tyler, anything to plug to these people?
I'll have some dates for next episode. I'm going to do some stand-up in Oxnard.
Ooh, the Nard, dude.
The Nard,
The
dude?
Nard town.
Nardcore.
Nard.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm so excited for that. If you, one of our many, many, many Ventura County listeners, we have a huge, it's crazy, the listenership in Ventura County. You're going to have to check out Tyler. But hey, on behalf of everybody else here at the, new show name coming soon. It's coming soon. Artwork is in the commish. We're moving forward with that. On behalf of everybody here at the Nation, unnamed at the moment, peace be unto the prophet.
Long live China.
I guess that's kind of the theme of the show.